जी नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप सभी का प्लेटफॉर्म पर आपके डॉक्टर जे के तिवारी हियर एंड आवर टुडेज टॉपिक इज थियरी एज वेल एज practice. Today we will discuss 2 points together. First is the aspects of language. Aspects of language is a very important part of your examination. Examination of Uttar Pradesh, examination of UGC-NET as well as Dsssb Pgt. दोनों के एग्जामिनेशन में इक्वल इम्पोर्टेंस है, इक्वल दखल अंदाजी है दोनों चैप्टर्स की। आइए शुरू करते हैं आज का आपका टॉपिक ऑन द एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लैंग्वेज. If you are going to appear in your PGT examination that is scheduled to happen next month, first half of the next month mein, then its class is going to be very important, very essential for you. And if you are preparing for UGC-NET, then this class is also a panacea. All questions are always asked from this section, from this point. Let's understand what are the nuances of language and what are the aspects of language. Right, as we know that language, everybody has his own language. We speak English, you speak in English, but our English and your English totally different English. The English is spoken by American, English is spoken by Australian, English is spoken by English, and English is spoken across the world. But we do have different phonetics, different morphemes, different things, different pronunciation, and sometimes we have different meanings. And these forms, these uses, they are the aspects of लैंग्वेज. उन्हीं को एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लैंग्वेज कहते हैं आप. राइट, लेट्स सी, देयर आर 5 aspects of language. Basically 5 aspects of language are there. First aspect is phonological knowledge, second aspect is semantic knowledge, third aspect is syntactic knowledge, fourth aspect is morphemic knowledge, and last one is pragmatic knowledge. These are the 5 aspects of language. Right, these are the 5 aspects of language. Phonological aspect, semantic aspect, syntactic aspect, morpheme का aspect, और द लास्ट एस्पेक्ट जो है वो प्रैग्मेटिक एस्पेक्ट है. ये 5 एस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं. लेटर वी विल डिस्कस देयर यूसेज कि व्हाट इज फोनोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट, व्हाट इज मॉर्फोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट, व्हाट इज फ्री मॉर्फीम, व्हाट इज बाउंड मॉर्फीम, व्हाट इज affix, what is prefix, what is suffix, what is syntactic, what is semantic, what is pragmatic. These are the aspects of language, and in today's class we are going to discuss each and every point very clearly. You have to be attentive here, you have to be here live, and you have to share the session amongst your friends, amongst other students, so that they could also join and get the benefit of this class in your examination. All right, जी काजल ठाकुर, हुदा, अभी, स्वाति, सबको नमस्ते है, सभी को शाम वाली गुड मॉर्निंग है. Everyone is most welcome to your platform. Semantic aspects, 5 aspects of language. Number 1, phonological aspect. Number 2, syntactic aspect. Number 3, syntactic aspect. Number 4, morphological aspect. And number 5, pragmatic aspects. These are the 5 aspects of language. Alright, these are the 5 aspects of language. I hope you would have written, and I will also write these aspects of language for you. Alright. I am not going to discuss the origin of English. First point I am going to discuss here is, let me clarify the 5 aspects first, and then I will discuss what is idiolect and what is dialect. Dialect and idiolect are two different things, and I will discuss each and every point clearly here. Let me first give you the detail of aspects of language, the 5 aspects. Alright, if you have any question, you could raise your query, you could ask your question, and then I will proceed. First aspect is phonological aspect. Phonology. Phonology. Phonology is the study of sounds of language. Phonology is the study of sounds. Alright? Phonology is the study of the sounds of a language. Right? To remember this term, think of the sounds that come from your phone or that come from your cell phone or your telephone. Right? Or you could also remember the word cacophony or symphony. Cacophony means a lot of sound and symphony means soothing sounds. So what is phonology? Phonology is the study of the sounds of a language. Right? That is phonology. Second aspect of language is syntax. Syntax, that is also known as am I audible now? Am I audible to all of you? I hope. Sorry, you couldn't hear the voice initially, but let me continue. Yeah, let me start first. Just I was discussing the aspects of languages. There are 5 basic aspects of language that you have to study: phonology, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, and morpheme. Right? What is phonology? Phonology is the study of sounds of a language. The study of sounds of a language is called phonology, and you could remember the term phonology by different terms like cacophony, like symphony, or by your telephone or cell phone. Right? Cacophony means a lot of sound, while symphony means soothing sound. Second aspect is syntax. Syntactic knowledge. Syntax is the grammar of a language, that is how we put words in order and how we change words. For example, if you have the word play, play becomes plays, play becomes played, play becomes playing. That is syntax. Right? When we talk about the past, when we talk about the continuous tense, we change the word, that is syntax. As so they make sense to the listeners, sense to us. And the third is semantic. What is semantics? Semantics is the meaning of words. Semantic is the meaning of words. As you know that the same word could have different meanings, but semantics is the study of meaning of words. And the pragmatics, pragmatics is language in context. How we use language, that is pragmatics. How we use language, right? How we use language is pragmatics. Is it okay? Syntactic, syntax is syntactic, phonology, semantics, and pragmatics. Any doubt? Any question? Could I proceed? All right. The next aspect was morpheme, right? MORPHEMES. Morphemes. What is a morpheme, or what are morphemes? Morphemes are the smallest units of meaning. Morphemes are the smallest unit, smallest unit of meaning in a language. Smallest units of meaning in a language. The smallest units of meaning in a language, and a morpheme can't be divided further. A morpheme can't be divided further. Some morphemes are full words, while others, like prefixes and suffixes, are just parts of words. Right? Children learn to use different types of morphemes as they develop their language skills. You are going to be a teacher, so you have to know, you have to understand first what are morphemes and how it helps children improve their language skills. Right? Morphemes are the smallest units of meaning in a language. Right? In English grammar and morphology, a morpheme is a meaningful linguistic unit consisting of a word such as, for example, cat. Alright? Or a word element such as dog, dogs, that can't be divided into smaller meaningful parts. Sing. You could add singing. Singing cannot be divided into smaller meaningful parts. Morphemes are the smallest units of meaning in a language. They are commonly classified as either free morphemes or bound morphemes. Right? Free morphemes can occur as separate words or bound morphemes can stand alone as words. Many words in English are made up of a single free morpheme. For example, I am going to write a sentence and you will see there are several meaningful words, but each word is a separate entity, each word is free, each word is independent, they cannot be divided further. For example, I need to teach you. I need to teach you. I is a single word, it is a free morpheme. Need is a single word, it is a free morpheme. Teach is a single word, cannot be divided further, it is free morpheme. You is free morpheme. It is a single word, it cannot be separated, it cannot be divided into smaller parts that are also meaningful. Right? If we want to go a bit ahead, what is affix? Affix. Affix is two parts. Prefix and suffix. Prefix and suffix. A prefix may be a morpheme. A prefix may be a morpheme. What does it mean to pre-bold? Do you get on before you get on? Individual words may be morphemes. They want to put you in a box, but nobody is in the box. Each word is a morpheme. Contracted word forms can also be morphemes. Right? Contracted word forms can also be morphemes. For example, it can also be a morphemes. A word can be analyzed as consisting of one morpheme or two or more morphemes. कई morphemes हो सकते हैं, सिंगल भी हो सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक वर्ड आप ले लीजिए गुड, इट इज single morpheme. You take the example luck, single morpheme. Lucky, single morpheme. Unlucky, double morpheme. Each morpheme usually expresses a distinct meaning. When a morpheme is represented by a segment, that segment becomes morph, M-O-R-P-H, and if a morpheme can be represented by more than one morph, then the morphs are called, क्या कहते हैं उसे, allomorphs of the same morpheme. Right? For example, कितने सारे आपको एग्जाम्पल दे दें. insane, sane में आपने in जोड़ दिया. eligible, eligible में आपने il जोड़ दिया. इम्पॉसिबल, पॉसिबल में आपने इम जोड़ दिया. इरेगुलर आपने इर जोड़ दिया. ये सब एग्जाम्पल हैं ऑल मॉर्फीम्स ऑफ द सेम नेगेटिव वर्ड के. राइट, चलिए आते हैं 5 एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लिंग्विस्टिक्स के बाद अगले स्टेप पर. राइट, कोई डाउट, कोई क्वेश्चन, कोई क्वेरी हो तो बताइएगा. एनी डाउट, एनी क्वेश्चन, एनी क्वेरी? Everything is going on fine? Everything is clear? फोनोलॉजी क्या है, अभी फिर आते हैं डिटेल में, फोनीम पर भी आते हैं. जैसे मॉर्फोलॉजी बताया, मॉर्फोलॉजी में आपको सिर्फ फ्री मॉर्फीम बताया, बाउंड मॉर्फीम पर अभी आते हैं. राइट, बाउंड मॉर्फीम पर आते हैं और यू हैव टू बी विद मी टिल द एंड ऑफ द क्लास. राइट, एंड ऑफ द क्लास तक आप साथ रहिएगा, फिर देखिएगा आपको एक भी पॉइंट छूटेगा नहीं, क्लियर हो जाएगा। और एक दिन में नहीं क्लियर होगा, 2 दिन में क्लियर होगा, डोंट वरी, राइट, बट इट विल बी क्लियर, आई गारंटी। फ्री मॉर्फीम एंड बाउंड मॉर्फीम, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है ये फॉर योर यूजीसी नेट एग्जामिनेशन। फ्री मॉर्फीम एंड बाउंड मॉर्फीम। फ्री मॉर्फीम तो क्लियर ही हो गया होगा। फ्री मॉर्फीम दैट इज इंडिपेंडेंट। A bound morpheme is a morpheme that can appear only as a part of a larger expression, while a free morpheme, जिसको आप unbound morpheme भी कहते हैं, is one that can stand alone. A bound morpheme is a type of bound form and a free morpheme is a type of free form. This is the difference. Free morpheme is free form and bound morpheme is bound form. Right? A bound morpheme can appear only as a part of larger expression, while a free morpheme can stand alone. Right? A form is free form. कब free form होगा? If it can occur in isolation as a complete utterance. For example, I. Right? If you say Huda is running. Right? Huda is running or Alia is singing. Right? Alia is singing. Question पूछोगे, what is she doing? Answer is she is singing. So it can stand alone. A form that cannot occur in isolation is a bound morpheme. For example, dog is a free morpheme, and if you make it plural, dogs, it is a bound morpheme. Right? Sing is a free morpheme, but if you add here ing, it is a bound morpheme. Right? Luck is a free morpheme, but if you make it lucky, y is bound morpheme. Right? Non-occurrence in isolation is given as a primary criterion for boundness in most linguistic textbooks. Right? Affixes are bound by definition. Right? Affixes are bound by definition because they always add something to avoid sometimes pre and sometimes post. English language affixes are almost exclusively prefixes and suffixes. Pre in precaution, pre in pre-board, pre in preliminary, right? Pre. And meant, for example, in letter, shipment, betterment, confinement, judgment, meant is suffix and pre is prefix. Right? Affixes may be inflectional, indicating how a certain word relates to other words in larger phrases, और वो derivational भी हो सकते हैं, changing either the parts of speech or the sentence or a grammar, actual meaning of a word. राइट तो एक रूट वर्ड होता है दैट इज फ्री मॉर्फीम और फिर हम उसमें कुछ ऐड कर देते हैं तो वो बाउंड मॉर्फीम बन जाता है. इज इट ओके? एनी डाउट? एनी क्वेश्चन? फ्री मॉर्फीम एंड बाउंड मॉर्फीम में एनी डाउट, एनी क्वेरी, एनी क्वेश्चन? This is Kiran Kumar from Hyderabad. You are most welcome from Ayodhya. Right? I am a government high school teacher. Wow, that's great. Can I proceed now? Just going to describe two more words. Idiolect and dialect. Who can tell the difference between idiolect and dialect? Who can tell me the difference? Just waiting for your response. Idiolect and dialect. Just let me know. What is the difference between idiolect and dialect? बहुत सिंपल है, वेरी सिंपल. Just you have to maintain your confidence, nothing else. नहीं आता तो भी बता दो. I am here to describe. Is it my it's my duty to let you know everything before your examination. Idiolect and dialect, Pidgin, रजिस्टर, क्रियोल, राइट. ये सब जो लैंग्वेज के टाइप्स हैं, इनमें से भी पेपर में आपके क्वेश्चन आता है, राइट. यू आर आस्क्ड क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम देयर. ओके. नो रिस्पॉन्स. That is also great idea to give no response. All right. And idiolect is the unique way a person speaks, different from others speaking the same language. Right? It is our personal expression. I speak the same language in a different way, and you speak the same language in a different way, and this is idiolect. And idiolect is the unique way a person speaks, different from others speaking the same language. Initially I told you we speak the same English, Australian English, Indian English, American English, African English, and even Bihari English and Marathi English. Right? Same English is spoken everywhere, but we have our own intonation, we have our own context, we have our own tone. Right? And this is idiolect. And idiolect is the unique way a person speaks, different from others speaking the same language. We all speak the same language, and we all speak in a different way. That is idiolect. Idiolects include how we talk in different situations and are hard to define clearly. We use the same word in different context, in different way, right? And idiolect is the distinctive speech of an individual, a linguistic pattern regarded as unique among speakers of a language or dialect. But it is even more granular, more narrow than just all the speakers of a particular dialect. Idiolect and dialect. Dialect is language, and idiolect is how we speak, how a person speaks the same word in a different way. Right? The term idiolect, made up of the Greek ideo, means personal, private. Dialect was coined by linguist Bernard Bloch. This is the question. The word idiolect was coined by Bernard Bloch. This is the question. All right. Just note down the writer's name, the person who coined the word. In linguistics, idiolect fall under the study of linguistic variations such as dialects and accents. All right. A person's dialect is not just vocabulary, it is everything. From how we pronounce certain words to how we put them together to what we imagine they mean. Ever have a disagreement with someone over whether an ambiguously shaped shaded object was actually blue or green? Congratulations! You have witnessed different different mood, different languages spoken by the same person. All right, idiolect. Just वॉइस आ गई अब? इज इट ओके अभी? Am I audible now? Okay. Dialect and idiolect. A dialect is a variety of language used by a group. Variety of language used by a group is called dialect, and idiolect refers to each individual's unique uses of words and expressions. I hope dialect and idiolect is now okay. Idiolect is a variety of language that is spoken by a particular group of people, while idiolect is individuals' unique uses of words and expressions. अब पेपर में आएगा तो करेक्ट कर लेंगे ना, idiolect and dialect. Still any doubt, any question? Today you have heard the words syntactic, pragmatic, semantic, phonological, free morphemes, bound morphemes, and dialect and idiolect. These words are very important for your examination. Tomorrow I will continue from this point only. All the best. Keep on watching and do not forget to subscribe the channel